Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a new update of me, Michael van der Poppen, also known as Crypto Michael, in which we are discussing the markets. And what we can see is that we see a weekend pump or pump during the weekends. And this is a little stronger than I anticipated previously, as I thought we wouldn't be breaking 18.5 to 18.9. So we're going to break down the chart of Bitcoin and we're going to break down the chart of ETH today. Before I continue, I would like to ask you to subscribe to this channel, like beneath this video if you like my content. That's helping me a lot to grow this platform, as I think we're going to make some very cool content for the next year, daily content as well. So what do we see on the markets at this point? It's quite clear what we can see. We have been anticipating and describing this previously. 17.6 was the area that we had to hold, and the price of Bitcoin held that support level. There was a bullish divergence marking that low for a while. After that, you wanted to see the 17.8 zone become support, which happened. Continuation, and this breaker here between 18.6 to 18.8 is the crucial breaker to go through for the price of Bitcoin, which for me as a surprise broke through the weekend, as then we can see that after such a move you'd want to see a support resistance flip to see continuation. So you want to see this range low area become support, and that does not have to happen on higher time frames. Essentially this is from a lower time frame chart, so you're looking for those confirmations on lower time frames. And here we see at 18.6.5 that we do have that lower time frame flip, resulting in such a breakthrough. That breakthrough is most likely going to go towards the range high, as we are back inside this block. So this is the large block that we're looking at. If you want to look for longs, you're going to wait for the confirmation again here and the support resistance flip on higher time frames. If you're going to look for shorts, you're going to look for the next zone of resistance, but most likely we're going to tap that liquidity above those highs. So I would not be surprised if we get towards 20 to 20.2 to take the liquidity above the high in general. Currently mid-range, entries are gone for me, no short, no long. Looking for accumulations on altcoins in general, but yeah, this is a bullish momentum. However, we should be aware that the crucial triggers are now flipped. So initially we had a crucial trigger that 17.6 had to hold for momentum upwards, and we had a breaker above, which was the 18.6 to 18.9 zone, which had to break in order to sustain any bullish momentum. Apparently it did, which means that this crucial breaker has now flipped to the other side. So the crucial breaker is here now, 18.6 to 18.8. That has to hold. If that holds, we can see continuation upwards, and then we're getting that liquidity tap above us. However, the moment that we're losing this zone again, so we're falling through, fall towards the CME gap, bounce back towards 86, get another confirmation of resistance there, we're most likely continuing the downwards grind, and then we're going to test 76 again. So initially we had 18.6 to 18.9 as the crucial breaker to hold support to, and now to break through as resistance. Now it's flipped towards becoming support again, through which we are back inside this range and gonna start taking the all-time highs, and probably make a new one. And take the liquidity above there. So from resistance crucial breaker to support crucial breaker, and 19.4 to 96 is the crucial resistance to break through for all-time highs. ETH Bitcoin is the one that's lagging behind a little bit. We can see that we also had this bullish divergence on the daily time frame on ETH, and now we're still holding on to support level that we initially made. However, I've been describing that ETH most likely could find a test of 0.265 or maybe even 0.28 sets before we continue. So you want to see either a double bottom construction in which we confirm the bullish divergence, or a higher low construction before we're going to take off. If we take the lower time frame, we can see that the range support is holding here. We do have another level around 0.29, but we do have this resistance zone that held for support, got a flip, continuation, now holding again, and another most likely holding or test here as well. What does that mean for ETH? Currently not showing too much strength against Bitcoin, which is that Bitcoin is taking the spotlight. Lower time frame construction is that we're making lower highs. We are having the same support area that has been tested several times. If ETH cannot break through this resistance at 0.31 and breaks back down again, we are most likely going to fall through, in which I'm going to target 0.28 and 0.26, similar to the chart construction that we had before Bitcoin fell through 18.5. ETHUSD, also the same figures here. I'll just erase out this one to show what we're at this point. Similar level as 17.7 or 17.6 for Bitcoin, which held. We also have the range high, so essentially that is the range construction that we have here. Currently facing resistance again. So what I mean is that we have this resistance construction that we are facing and that we have to break through for ETH to sustain momentum. So we do test this support area, and that's support areas are areas that you should be stepping in. And just as a crucial note before I'm going to end this one off, do not buy into resistance areas unless they flip and you have a clear plan. Always have a plan, but do not buy into resistance areas, and that's not a plus EV strategy to apply. What do we see? Range high still, range low or a lower high, and now we're going to target this resistance to break through. If this fails and we're drop back down again, we most likely get a rising wedge construction ending up in a final correction, which could also be fueled by Bitcoin. But overall, we break above. If we do lose it and we bounce from $550 and reject at 576 again, we are most likely going to test this support area and maybe even around 480 again. If we do flip 585 to 590, I think we're going to see new highs on ETH. But it's all a little bit freaky as we are inside a weekend move, having enough options for the next week to go through. So I'll just end off this slight update on Sunday for now. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you back tomorrow for a market update and the live stream.